Hi there, I'm Kushan Mitra, contributing editor and automotive journalist at ThePrint. And this is a very cold and grey New Delhi. I'm standing here with the Maruti Suzuki Victoris that won the Indian Car of the Year award earlier in December. But I was talking to my fellow jury members at ICOTY about ICOTY 2027 and how much competition we are going to have. So let's see some of the vehicles that you will see on the roads in 2026. And I've driven some of them already. So we start the year with the new Tata Sierra and the new Kia Seltos. The C segment SUV is the dominant segment in India. It's the most profitable segment in India. You've seen this Hyundai Creta dominate the segment for years on end. The Hyundai Creta closed this year with over 2 lakh units sold in 2025. That's an amazing number of units. And this year, the Hyundai Creta is going to face competition not just in the Sierra and the Seltos. You're also going to have the return of the Renault Duster. And the Tata Sierra will not just come in petrol and diesel models. It'll also have an electric version. So you're going to see competition across the board. And that doesn't mean that other manufacturers are going to sit down and not do anything. Nissan, which has only been selling the Magnite for the last couple of years, is coming back in a big way. You will have the new BMPV, the Gravite or Gravit or whatever they call it, and the C SUV that's going to be based on the Renault Duster called the Tecton. Mahindra has already showcased the XEV9S, which many people are calling the electric version of the XUV700. But the XUV700 itself is seeing a major change. In fact, my very first media drive of 2026 will be driving the new XUV7XO, the facelift of the 700. And you'll probably be seeing a smaller proper C-segment SUV of about 4.5 meters from Mahindra as well, the XUV5XO coming this year. You'll see the facelift of the Mahindra Thar. You'll probably see an electric version of the Mahindra 3XO. And other manufacturers are not going to while away their time. I already told you Tata Motors is going to come up with the Sierra and Sierra EV, but you're going to see the facelift of the Punch and the Punch EV. And later this year, Tata Motors is determined to launch their Avinya premium car brand. It's going to be a very, very big year across the board. Even for luxury car manufacturers, you're going to see BMW coming up with the iX3, which is the EV that is making waves in Europe and in China. Mercedes-Benz is going to get the CLA. And this might be the year that Audi comes back with a bang. They've got the new Q3, you're going to have the new A4. You're going to see a lot of cars from the four rings of Audi. But now let's get back into the Victoris and let's talk a little bit about the technology you'll be seeing in the cars this year. So as I start up the Maruti Suzuki Victoris, let's look at some of the features you will increasingly be seeing in cars that come in 2026. Starting up with full digital displays, edge-to-edge digital display instrument clusters with everything on board. Now, these features will also be coming in the facelift of the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara coming soon. And these digital clusters will also be featuring all the ADAS, that is Advanced Driver Assistance Systems on a car. So over here, you've got adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and emergency braking as well. Almost every car will now offer ADAS, not only as an option, but coming in from mid specifications. You also have over here the entire infotainment system that comes on the Victoris. Some cars like the XEV9E earlier this year and now the new XEV9S and the Tata Sierra have what is called coast-to-coast screens. They have a triple screen display that goes the entire length of the dashboard. Well, I have some issues with that because they can lead to driver distraction as well. But that is going to be a feature you see on many cars. Some cars like the Tata Harrier have a digital display, a camera display on the inside rear view mirror as well. So this is increasingly what you're going to see in cars. Now, what I really like about the Victoris is the heads-up display. Many cars are now also going to be coming with heads-up display. Both displays like this, which is a mirror display, as well as displays that go straight onto the windscreen. You see that on Mahindras and Tatas and some Kia and Hyundai cars as well. And one thing I like about the Victoris is the fact it has physical buttons to control the AC as well as the audio system through the steering wheel. Steering wheel design is becoming increasingly important in all cars nowadays because you have so many functions. You have to push to talk for your phone, cut a phone, volume controls, changing the entire display over here. You can see everything, driving assistance. You can control everything from the steering wheel itself. So that will become more and more important. But not everybody likes ADAS. So you can switch off some ADAS functionality on the car like the Victoris through buttons. And I really like the fact the Victoris has buttons. Not every car has buttons. What are some of the other features I see coming even into smaller hatchbacks? Ventilated seats over here, like the controls over here for ventilated seats. Ventilated seats may not be wanted right now in this cold weather in Delhi, but in summer, believe me, it's an amazing feature. Unfortunately, another feature will also come on board, the air purifier. This Victoris has HEPA filters that really purify the air. Now, right now, I'm seeing that there's an AQI of 410 outside, but inside the car, it is less than 60. And if I keep the car running for a few minutes, it'll be less than 30. So the air quality inside the car is going to be far superior. And this air purifier is going to become more and more common on more cars. Every car will probably now start coming with an air purifier. This Victoris comes with the Infinity audio system. Now, you can argue that this system is not as good as some Dolby Atmos systems in other cars, but car makers are going to be playing on the mind of consumers, saying that my audio is better than your audio. Some cars are already coming with Dolby Atmos enabled systems, even though I spoke to the Dolby India people and it only works with the car's inbuilt music app, not third-party apps like Apple Music or Spotify right now. But maybe later this year you'll see that as well. And of course, my bugbear feature, the panoramic sunroof. The panoramic sunroof is becoming more and more common across top spec models. On a cold, dull day like this, it lets in more light. But India is a hot country and panoramic sunroofs are not my favorite feature when it comes to June or July. That's why some manufacturers are now offering their top spec models without sunroofs. I think that's actually going to be one of the bigger trends next year, where you will start seeing more and more top spec models come without sunroofs. Anyway, let's get going. Let's drive the Victoris around a bit and we'll tell you what else we did in 2025 and let's look forward to 2026. So as 2025 comes to a close, I'd like to take the opportunity to remind you of this epic automotive adventures we had this year at ThePrint. Like the Hyundai Great India Drive through the Run of Kutch, and then in Bhopal, Volkswagen experiences driving from Surat to Baroda via the Statue of Unity at Kevadia. And then late in the year, exploring India's electric vehicle infrastructure with Maruti Suzuki, taking the upcoming e-Vitara from Hyderabad to Chennai via Vijayawada. We also did some adventures abroad, such as going to the G-Class experience in Graz, Austria with Mercedes-Benz. It's been a fantastic year and I'd like to thank all of you who watched these videos and also subscribe to The Print on YouTube and our other social media handles. If you haven't watched these videos, the links are provided in the description below. So that's it for 2025. I'd like to wish every single one of you a very happy new year and a very fruitful 2026.